Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show.
Blade's danger sense is slightly broken when dealing with Spot. A fix is on the way. We're going to look into that. Grandmaster Gauntlet Situation. Kabam, give us an update on the reward exploiting mode and whether it's going to come back anytime soon. Side quest criticism and players' thoughts on the October event. And much more. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. It's the start of a new week here in the community. We've got a little bit of news to bring you from last week. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. Make sure to do the usual by hitting the like button, subscribing with post notifications on all. I've got a follow-up video on this kind of gold offer situation that's going to be dropping later on. It is going to be looking at asking the question of, is there any point to hoarding in the future, especially for those that are free to play? And other types of these special events that don't look like they're going to come back anytime soon. But it's more of a dissectional piece, which, you know, is going to be out later on. And also to respond to some criticism on myself and generally kind of like mop up from last week. So yeah, it's still in my thoughts over the weekend. It just needs a bit of a deep dive later on. Let's get in the show, shall we? Get in the show. I just said get in the show. Let's get in the show, everybody. Get into the show. You can just dive headfirst into it. Right, okay, so look, Spot is a dimensional being. We all know that. I put out a video last week, like showcasing the champion in action, especially with Danger Sense. Now, one thing that I did note, if people watch that video, then you'll know that I did point out that Danger Sense was working, but you needed to have a Ghost Rider in the synergy, because that was the hashtag villain. As a solo champion, I had this funny feeling that Spot wouldn't work, so that's why when I did the video, I showcased it with the dimensional being logo on it. Which you can see on screen right now, that's taken from the video. So yeah, the champion isn't working as a solo dimensional being counter, but if you put in the Ghost Rider synergy, it works. So I would say in the meantime, if you do use the villain synergy, the hashtag villain synergy, it just means that it will work. Yes, the champion, Blade, is meant to interact with dimensional beings in general. It's just a case like that would be a way of kind of like dealing with a particular situation. And as Kabam Jack says, from what I've seen in the conversation, it looks like the error is on Blade's danger sense, not the tag on Spot, if you're interested in who's to blame. It's damn Blade, damn it! It's his fault! Now we move on to Marvel Insider. There's some activities that are on at the moment. Shout out to Billy D for this, sending this through, this info. If you want the Marvel Comics next big thing, code is EJ98Q. And also for the Instagram Picture Scramble and Twitter Trivia Day 1, it is Blood Transfusion and Miracle Man. So for those particular points right there. Shout out to Billy D for sending those through. And also on the subject of Marvel Insider, what is Kabam offering for this month? To be honest, I had a quick look at this before recording this bit, and I was like, yeah, this isn't particularly great. There's some stuff there, but it's like, I think a lot of players would like either opt, it depends what you want to opt for. Like, if you wanted to get yourself a 2-star Spider-Man Supreme, 3 Grandmaster Crystals, a Tier 1 Alpha, Tier 4 Basic, 3 energy refills, and to be honest, I think some players would even opt for the energy refills from this. It is 125,000 points. The lower one is 2 stars across the board from the different types of spiders. So if you want some kind of like exclusive rare kind of like champs, go for that. There's also, I think the last couple of months of stuff, so it's starter packs of things. So it's still there. I just don't know. Maybe there's a better month coming. There's certain things like revives and health potions, which are normally quite nice, but again, down to personal preference, what you want to take home from these rewards at Marvel Insider. October side quest is the next thing we're going to be talking about. I've seen a lot of people talk about this particular side quest this month in a very, well, I'd say passionate light. This is the first side quest in a little while where Kabam have brought back the scavenger hunt. That's the best way I can really describe it. The scavenger hunt. So on a daily basis, you're getting yourself an objective of a champion that then you have to go out and find, right? Now, that's okay, but at the same time, and what I like is it brings back community camaraderie, especially to come and find some of these particular objectives. But the point to kind of like get to is its general thought and process around like how the community enjoys and takes in these particular events. I'm still very much undecided about the kind of 1 energy cost. I think nowadays with energy being used for the likes of Battlegrounds, lots of new content coming into the game, as well as yeah, just kind of like other energy you want to use in your own way, rather than feeling like, oh, I've got to use something else again for the side quest. It just would be nice to see like a reduction on that, or kind of a zero energy spend. There is definitely a point to be raised about the quality of the rewards. I mean, look, if you remember back last year when we had the Cosmic Horror quest, I think it was like 10,000 6-star shards you were able to pick up, as well as a 5-star awakening gem or something. But it was a 6-star shards that were kind of the main thing that you were kind of like you wanted to pick up for this particular mode. And even looking back now, last year, like you were able to get, and I had to kind of like just kind of redo these calculations twice. When you did the 6-star, the repeatable quest 3 reward, so that you use your antibody key to enter into the little kind of side quest, you were able to do the 6-star hero crystal shard one, which also gave 5-star signature stones. It was an optional thing if you wanted to go down that route, but you get 14,000 6-star shards plus the 10,000 that you get from doing the Cosmic Horror. It's 24,000 6-star shards. That's an incredible amount with it. By the way, shout out to Dan, Frontline MCOC. Love that he still got this on there. I couldn't find my old side quest totals, but it does kind of just go to show you, like, man, that's a spicy amount. Especially because if you look at my spend scenarios section of that particular spreadsheet, if you choose the mythic choice of 9,500 6-star shards plus 1,500 6-star shards from the uncollected side of the store, you're only putting yourself, like, what is it, like 11,000 6-star shards. And as I said, for me, I'm going with more my kind of like option 2, my version 2, which is like, look, well, you get, if you go and like push to get, you're getting like candy, like crystal shards, you get at least 40, I think it's 40, yeah, the amount is 40 from the store spend, not in general, 40 from that store. So it's like, okay, well, am I likely to get some 6-star like shards from duping in 40 attempts? Yeah, of course it's going to happen. It's very likely it will do, unless I have a bad run, because I think it was like, I think I said I only needed to get 5, yeah, over the top there. 5 dupes will mean 1,650 6-star shards, which is more than choosing to spend your candies at 60k that way. So it's like, man, it ain't too great. This time around with the side quest and these rifts, we don't have chronometers. I actually think there was something else like back a little while ago where it was like it either guaranteed you something on the path for 4 weeks of the month. I'm pretty certain that was the case. I think per week there was different types of rift type things, and you had one guaranteed choice. I think it was like a Mephisto type thing. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but I'm pretty certain of it. You guarantee what rewards you had. And that's a very important point, because some of the items on there, which you can see on screen right now, like the gold, the tier 5 class catalyst, tier 5 class catalyst crystal, those things in particular, they're not overly game breaking for those at Paragon. The biggest problem is Cavalier, Thronebreaker and Paragon get sandwiched into the same type of difficulty go and grind. And it is coming to a point where, and as I do say, like, these particular side quests should be done in like less than 10 minutes. They're meant to be like quick, snappy, done. But as time goes on, metas shift, and when metas shift, rewards for those particular metas need to go up, especially if you add more progression-based titles into this game. And as well, some of the value of these items like tier 5 basics, their stock price goes down, the same way that you could arguing that 6-star awakening gems, since they were put in things like behind 18,000 units spend on Cyber Weekend, their stock and price has gone down, especially because more of those are being seen in a lot more content for players to go and get. And again, as I said, like, maybe Kabam are doing this as a tester, as a little bit of a amuse-bouche to the future of metas, that we might see some of these items more prevalent for kind of like, the next thing, Paragon difficulty, Thronebreaker difficulty, whatever difficulty is the next difficulty to have, which I do think is becoming more required. Also, just to point out something, I may have got a point wrong about talking about Cosmic Horror in comparison, because it was a 2-month based event. We had those antibody daily kind of like things. But something I would like to kind of like solidify in my point is that it was 24,000 6-star shards over 2 months, right? So it was 14,000 1 month, 14,000 6-star shards 1 month, which is quite a lot. And then it would be the Cosmic Horror for 10,000, and that's 24,000 divided by 2 is 12,000 6-star shards, which and as we kind of like showed earlier, it's still more 6-star shards in 2021 versus what it is in 2022, with that 9,500 total if you choose the mythic, plus the 1,500. So that's 11,000 6-star shards. But again, that's down to a choice based on that. So it's still 6-star shards more in 2021 than it is in 2022, which is weird because as we pointed out, we have a new progression title, we have a new meta, and I can't remember the last time we've seen like an extensive amount. There has been a month this year where we've seen an extensive amount of 6-star shards. I guess it's a case of looking at, well, when is it going to be? Is it going to be next month, or is it going to be December when we see that spicy amount of 6-star shards for this side quest? And in any case, we're going to end on the Grandmaster Gauntlet. So, a lot of people have asked me the question about Grandmaster Gauntlet and about it coming back. And as kind of like Kabam are saying here, in early September, the Gauntlet had a full progress reset for some summoners, but not all. This meant unbalanced amount of rewards and distributed between players. After briefly trying to figure out why this happened, the game team decided to temporarily remove the mode until we could discern the cause and progress reset. So there's still like a lot of people with kind of like more rewards out there than normal, and Kabam definitely kind of like dropped the ball on this one. It's not good. But in any case, we haven't heard much, you know, and as Kabam say, it's proven to be a little more elusive than we anticipated. Our priority is bringing back the mode in a way that provides the same rewards access to all summoners. We have explored creative alternatives to getting the mode back in summoners' hands sooner. For example, bringing the Gauntlet back, but completion offers no rewards. Then we would assign a solo objective to players who have claimed rewards fewer than X times, so still allowing those that exploited it. Anyway, whatever. And completing the objective would allow you to claim the rewards. This, in theory, would be a potential way to bypass the possibility of progress resetting again in the future. The timeline to bring back the Grandmaster Gauntlet is uncertain. We don't want to risk disrupting summoners' progress again. We wish we could give you a specific date, but since we don't have one, we thought it best to update you all with the progress so far. So yeah, it's just interesting to know what's going on. I know there are a lot of players still interested to get it done, especially because it could be a leapfrog moment of getting a Paragon. For me, I put it in my sums of how to get a good amount of 6-star shards before the release of the featured 6 stars in November 1st. And instead, I'm going to be focusing on 100%ing Act 8.1 on stream, so look out for that. And also doing Battlegrounds, which I can't access for some reason. There's a broken button for me, but it's the last day, so I'll just start again tomorrow, or do other stuff, do something else tomorrow or something like that, I don't know. But in any case, and also Alliance Wars, do that. That's got some kind of like shards in it as well, so lots of opportunities for stuff. And rank up materials, I'm just gonna have to do other content, but it is what it is. That gives you an update on the situation of the Grandmaster Gauntlet. We're going to go over to arena results. Yep, indeed, it's time for arena results and predictions. So, results for Black Cat and Nick Fury, and predictions for the round 2. Let's go. So, first of all, massive thank you to everybody over Discord, over the community tab, and Twitter that gives these results. It's helpful because it means that as soon as 6 PM drops, that players can get on with the grind for the round 2s. And it's also interesting to see where the results are. So for Black Cat, 73 mil got position 79, 63.7 mil got position 102. And then you go into the 5-star section of 21 mil getting 248 and 17 mil getting 358. Moving on to Nick Fury, 111 mil got position 93, 107.3 got position 97 mil, 97 position, sorry, not 97 mil. 30.3 mil got position 493, and 23 mil got the 1%, 5% and the shards. The round 2 predictions, I mean, I'm going with this. I mean, all my predictions are pretty much the same except for 2. As the Nick Fury one, extra 10 mil on the 100 mil I predicted last time because it looks like, sadly, it went that way. So it is what it is. Nick Fury, 5-star, 32 mil, sticking with that. 6-star, Black Cat, sticking with 70 mil. It seems like that, again, it's kind of like it's coming in line with the prediction. And the 5-star downgraded to 16 mil as a prediction because 17 mil got position 358. So yeah, good luck in your round 2. Those are the results on screen right now that we know of. I'm sure there are more that will filter through, but that's been it. Finally, thank you very much to everybody that supports the channel as a YouTube member and as a Patreon. You're on screen right now. Support the channel. That'd be very nice of you, especially like those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live as well. Like those that give very kindly their Amazon Prime free Twitch sub. Please do that. Keep the money out of Jeff Bezos' hand and help out, you know, myself. That would be very gracious of you. Thank you very much for doing that. And I'll see you later later on for a live stream. And finally, check out some other content which is located on screen right now. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.